following is from a cooperative project for acquiring skills essential to learning.
Welcome to the town where I live. It's usually a sleepy little place, and most of the time the people who live here are real calm. That is, until yesterday. You wouldn't have believed what happened. My town is called Duncan, and my name is Sue Roberts. I want to be a newspaper reporter someday. I think yesterday's story might be my first big break. Check out this headline. Looks like even the town paper doesn't have the right story yet. Wait till they read mine in the school paper. I'd better get over there, or I'll miss my deadline. I'm not saying I know it all, or anything like that. I just know that you have to be real careful about judging information, especially when the situation gets pretty crazy.
Mr. Schmidt! Mr. Schmidt, wait up!
Sue, what are you doing here this time of the morning?
I have to write my story about the aliens before school starts.
Looks like all those space monsters hightailed it out of here last night after the troopers showed up. Don't worry, I brought you along, just in case they have another invasion.
But they weren't invading us. I mean, there were only 2 of them.
That's not what the news said. Huey, you keep guard here.
But my sources are better than theirs.
Herb Watson told me that Sally Sloan's brother saw 30 of them by Jenkins Hill.
Well, wait till you read my story in the Bugle tomorrow.
I will, Missy.
Don't forget.
I won't. The best of luck to you. You keep on watch here, Huey.
See, that's why things got all crazy yesterday, because most people were like Mr. Schmidt. They really didn't question their sources of information, like Herb Watson and Sally Sloan's brother. Were they good sources or not? It seemed like nobody remembered that to decide how good a source really is, you have to ask yourself, should I believe it? Who says so? Who else says so? If more people had asked these things, I wouldn't have to be here at 6 in the morning making sure the real story gets out. Let's see here. Friendly aliens scared away. That'll be my headline.
Early Sunday morning.
You must be strong, Roto.
Hi. I'm Eustace.
I'm Nick, and this is Roto.
What's the matter? You look hurt.
Roto has a toothache.
Wow, let's see. I better take you to the dentist. Come on. Come on, I won't hurt you. Doc Davis will fix you up in a jiffy. Mom, Pop!
In the kitchen, Eustace. Your ma's at the store.
Pop, my new friends and I need your help.
Why, sure, Eustace. You know you can always count on.
Greetings, oh Father of Eustace.
the dentist.
I'm sorry I made Father of Eustace sleepy. Me too.
There's another way to get to Doc Davis's. Let's go.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies. Oh! You never know, dear.
Well, that's how all the panic started. I first heard about it while I was working at my dad's office. It was Mr. Sullivan who was the first source of information for my story.
Sheriff! Sheriff! These two creatures just kidnapped Eustace.
Whoa, Hank, calm down, calm down. Let's not jump to conclusions. What do you mean?
I never seen anything like them. I was lying on the floor. I saw these great big feet. I looked up in the air. They were 10 feet high, and they were going rah.
My dad being the sheriff and all, he's used to questioning all the information he hears. I knew he was thinking, should I believe it? Who says so?
Oh, poor
Hank,
Eustace, poor
Hank,
Eustace.
yeah, I've known you for 10 years now, and you're an honest fella, and I believe you were there at the scene of the incident.
Sheriff, I'm telling you the truth. They were aliens.
Hank, I believe you did see something, but sure it wasn't some of those college kids dressing up.
Oh, come on now, Bart. Those monsters weren't fraternity boys playing Halloween. They were definitely aliens.
Okay. Okay.
But who else says so?
Listen here, Hank. Did Betty Joe or anybody else see these creatures take Eustace?
No. Well, I didn't say I saw them take Eustace. I think I reckon I blacked out or something. When I came to, they were gone.
Gone? Where?
I don't know, Bart. I wish you'd stop giving me the third degree and start some action around here.
Well, even I wasn't so sure about Mr. Sullivan's story. I mean, space creatures? Come on. And nobody else saw them?
Sheriff's office. Short and green what? I see. Yes, sir, Mr. Finley. We'll get right on it. The Finleys just saw Eustace and the aliens heading south on 309. Let's go, Hank.
The Finleys answered the question of who else said so. That's when I knew I was onto the biggest story of my life. 2 aliens in Duncan. It hardly took any time till everyone had heard about the aliens, and everyone had their own story to tell.
Saucer ships just hovering up there.
Lots of them, and they're all over the place, and they've even got ray guns.
Boy, real-life aliens.
They grabbed Eustace, too. Took him away for tests.
Lucky Eustace. Yep.
I'm going to bore up the place and get moving.
The aliens are coming.
People acted like one source of information was just as good as any other.
I have a few questions, please. Miss, have you seen the alien? Sir, I'd like to ask you some questions about... Sir, oh, excuse me, I saw you coming out of the diner. I'd like to
I'm
ask you...
sorry, I don't have time for this. This place is being invaded by aliens. I'm getting out of here.
Wait a minute, so you have had contact with these aliens?
Well, who knows? They make themselves invisible.
Invisible?
Invisible. Look, sorry, miss. I've got business. I'm leaving. See you.
Okay, let's set it up, okay? All right, tell me when you're ready. Okay, Harry?
Okay, set, ready.
Okay. This is Monica Thomas reporting from Main Street in Duncan, where Sheriff Bart Roberts has issued a statement earlier this morning that confirms that several people have reported seeing 2 alien creatures in Duncan. Other unconfirmed sources, however, have stated seeing many more creatures, as many as 30. And an unconfirmed report just in has it that the space creatures can make themselves invisible. This is Monica Thomas for WEFC News. Let's get out of here, Harry.
I had to begin my investigation somewhere, so I decided to check out the information about the aliens making themselves invisible. Know what I asked myself first? Right. Should I believe it? Who says so? Mr. Williams, Who's that man the TV reporter interviewed?
Well, Sue, I never saw him before in my life. I reckon he just stopped by on his way through for lunch, and then somebody said something about aliens, and he jumped up and bolted out of here. Didn't even pay his check.
There was no way of telling if he was a reliable source. Nobody knew him. So how could we know if his information was reliable? What else could I ask Mr. Williams?
Mr. Williams, do you know anybody else who says the aliens make themselves invisible?
Oh, heard tell Mike Platt does, but he skedaddled out of here about a half an hour ago. He didn't pay his check either. Aliens are sure bad for business.
It's Sue Roberts, Mr. Platt.
Are you sure you're alone?
Yes, sir. I'm here as a reporter trying to confirm information about the aliens making themselves invisible.
Oh, they do it all right. Yes, sirree, Bob. Invisible, uh-huh.
Sir, how do you know the aliens can make themselves invisible?
Because I haven't seen any, that's how.
All day I got information from sources I didn't think were very good. And without good sources, I'd never get the real story.
Hard to believe they're up there.
Yep, they're up there.
Eustace! Doc Davis! Are you all right? Why are you here? Was Doc kidnapped too? Well, don't just stand there. Tell me what happened. Oh, boy, a scoop.
Nurk and Rhoda went back to space.
Who went where?
Eustace's space friends. They left. Too bad. Right nice folks, those two.
You saw them?
Better than that, I filled a cavity on one of them.
I can't believe they're gone.
It's just as well, Eustace. They had the whole town scared silly. What's so funny?
They left because they were scared. We heard on the radio the police were looking for them, so we thought the best thing to do was send them on their way.
Poor Nurk. He said he gets airsick.
Should I believe them? Both of them say they saw the aliens. I mean, Eustace is only 8. I don't know how reliable he is. But Doc backs him up. And everybody I know trusts Doc Davis.
I wanted to believe them, but then I thought, who else says so? Did anybody else see you with the aliens?
Sure did. My wife was there and took some pictures.
Great!
If you wanted proof, Sue, why didn't you just say so? Take a look at these.
Unbelievable.
What?
It's just an expression, really. All right. I want to hear the whole story, starting at the beginning.
Well...
I sorted through all the information I gathered and put it into a story that was really different from the one in the morning's paper. I wonder what Mrs. Mackle's thinking about my article. Looks like something's bothering her. Maybe it's because my story is so different from the morning paper. But I know what she's asking herself about each story. Should I believe it? Who says so? Who else says so? Then she'll know which story has the most accurate information.
This is a really good story, Sue. Nice job.
Thanks, Mrs. Mackle.
Thanks, Nurk. Thanks, Rhodo.
Thinkabout is supported by state and provincial agencies working through the Agency for Instructional Television. Together, serving education.